Hey everybody, welcome to the video. It's Fahim here, and we're going to be talking about AI. And this video is actually 10 years, I believe, behind, because we're in 2026. This video should have been made, I think, not even 2026, it should have been made probably 2000, because everything that has happened has led up to this has caused huge changes. And if you're a pharmacist, nurse, or doctor, you're watching this video, I'm going to be telling you how you could be at risk of losing your job because AI is already here. So, artificial intelligence, what do we know? What do we know? It's already changed the world, the way we think, the way we operate, the way we do tasks, everything now. There is some form of AI that is actively being used. In fact, we've always used AI, whether it was in a mobile phone, calculator, whether it was a laptop, it's always been there. But now we have access to it for other tools. We first had the calculator, and now we have ChatGPT, Claude, and all these wonderful tools that are changing lives and changing the way we actually live as society. In fact, there was a study, and that study showed that the physicians were given a case and they got the case diagnosis right 76%. With the help of AI, 78%. Not a huge increase. But AI alone, without the physician, actually got it right 90% plus. Now that is very scary, but also intriguing, and I think it's got to get us to think. So what do we currently know? AI is there, it's here. It's wonderful for automations. It's wonderful for creating workflows and recognition of images, concepts, tactics, and so on. So we see it being used in radiology. We see it now being used for education. We see it now actually being used for diagnosing and assisting with a range of conditions itself. In fact, in 2025, during the middle, around 1,400 medical devices with AI were approved. And now by the end of 2025, it moved up to 1,600. And it's going to be a lot more as time goes on. What we also know is in 2026, the AMA, American Medical Association, did a study and they found that around 80% plus of clinicians are now using AI. And prior to this, I believe around 2023, it was only around 30%. So you can see that the use is there, it's being used. In pharmacies, we have automation out there. We have it used in radiology. We have it used in various places. So if you are thinking that actually you're going to be okay without AI, you're not going to have a choice. If you're thinking actually the way I work, my role, my responsibility is about to change, absolutely it's going to change. Because as I mentioned, AI is fantastic to automate tasks. Writing, transcribing, brilliant for. In addition to what I mentioned here, it's also fantastic for recall. So any sort of knowledge that you need, and it can be verified, AI can pick it up. It's a textbook. It has everything in there. If you're a pharmacist, you're thinking about pharmacology textbooks. If you're a doctor, you're thinking about internal medicine books, guidelines, everything is there. So what I would say is documentation, registration for CQC, all the paperwork side with direct oversight can be done. Training absolutely can be done. Developing tools to support your workflow can be done. This website that I developed here, and of course I have an understanding of coding, but without the even understanding of coding, this was created without me putting any code in within 24 hours. It was done, prepared, ready to go. As you can see, we've also developed a tool, Clinic Ally, that supports you, that helps you make clinical decisions and is an augment to the decision that you already make. This is because what AI can't do is replace judgment, replace your skills to judge and think critically. That's where you are getting to it, and that's a human skill that you need to have. Because we know that AI will hallucinate. We know that AI can present information and make claims that come across as truth, but they're not truthful. So that's where you've got to be careful. And I've always said this, that actually the skill that we've got to develop now is not recall. The skill that we have to develop is not actually listing or regurgitating information. It's about knowing what is correct, what is not correct, and what is useful. So I would say more than anything, you have to develop your clinical skills. And in addition to that, learn to think critically so you can analyze information. Now, if you're a pharmacist, you need to worry. Because if you're still going to be thinking, I'm just going to check, there's going to be a problem. You should be developing your clinical skills, take on a more clinical role, seeing how AI can support you. If you're a business owner, you've got to have AI in your automation, have AI part of your workflow, whether it's developing and supporting with integrating legislation, paperwork, documentation, doctors, transcribing, notes, automating appointments. This is where it's going to be helpful for you. If you want to get in touch, follow my YouTube channel, have a look at my personal channel, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you for watching. Let's make a difference in this world.